Pauline.
Hey, I'm Priscilla.
I'm Pal.
And I'm Tamiron.
And this is the P3T podcast.
Woo! If I get it right in that timing, wow.
You know, the other time you got it right.
Wow. Yeah, that's usually, I'm a musician, I'm not.
Okay. So welcome guys to this, is it this the 23rd? 23rd? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the 23rd episode of P3T podcast. And today we'll be discussing something quite interesting. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. But it's something that all of us have faced and something that I bet a majority of us, even those that are listening, have probably undergone through the same situation or circumstance. So our topic today is handling rejection or dealing with rejection. And one thing that comes to mind when we talk about rejection is maybe things that have not gone our way or something that we were expecting to happen and it didn't happen. So my first question to you guys is, which circumstance or what situation comes to mind that triggers, oh my God, yeah, here I was rejected, or there's this situation I was rejected in? Yes. Pearl?
Can I go last?
Paul has such a grave look on him.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I mentioned it 2 episodes ago. I don't know how many episodes ago, but a couple of episodes ago that I was rejected from a university that I knew front and back, side to side, 360 degrees information. Yeah, so I was rejected, but it's okay, we move. Oh, yeah, we move. That's it. But it's not just like one university, it was multiple, but the one that hurt me was that one that I knew front and back. You know, that one that your dream school.
Yeah.
I was rejected from my dream school in, I don't know what year it was, 2020. I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 2020.
2020, yeah.
I think also like Pal, it was just the school that I wanted to go through. But it's not like, I don't think it was, no, I guess this will probably be a question later, so I won't talk about it now. But like, I just moved on. I didn't die.
We are here now.
Yeah.
Yes, Tamiron.
Thank you.
I got rejected while in high school. Oh, there was this program. At the time, it was made to seem like it was a program of the elite. Like you apply and join and become the elite. So of course I wanted to become the elite. So in form it was in form 1. I applied and fortunately I was rejected. And that rejection, I didn't take it well. I obviously at the time I was sad and you just had to move on. But in retrospect, that rejection really shaped how I viewed future challenges. I guess that would be a talking point on its own, so let me just stop there.
For me, a situation that comes to mind when I was rejected was... Okay, I have a lot of moments where I was rejected.
No.
But the focus of today.
Okay, I'll talk about the other one later. But one situation that comes to mind when I was rejected was when... Okay, this is going to be a little bit deep. But when... I don't know, should I say it or should I not?
Say it.
It was... Okay. So the one situation that comes to mind where I was rejected was there's this guy I was eyeing, and he was very attractive. I had a crush on him for like 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Yeah.
9 years.
When I tell you my heart stopped when you said when you started counting from 2013, I was like, what?
Like, that guy, like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I like this guy. But then life happens, distance happens, and you think you're never going to see this guy ever again. But then when you see them, you're like, oh my God, he's still there. So one time we happened to reconnect, and you know, the subtle hints that he shows you like he's not interested. So I think that's when it hit the memo. Like, girl, you've had a crush for 9 years, but
Sorry, mommy, sorry.
oops. Either way, it was.
In my head, I thought, utanitafuta na unipate.
You guys, either way, that's the time I think I was properly rejected. It sank though. It sank really deep. It hurt, but you know, unaoga, unarudi soko.
Hapana. Please, hapana. You're promoting toxicity on this platform.
You guys, man, apana. Either way, that's one time I was rejected. To my second question, since now you've talked about how you've been rejected and the emotions involved, looking back at that situation or that circumstance you are in, how do you think you handled that situation? And if you were to go back in time, do you think you would have handled it differently? Or yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were going in the same direction.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, pa.
Yes, pal.
Sorry.
Yes, pal.
I think I handled it pretty well, the rejection, because I said it before, my cousin was accepted, wasn't accepted. So I handled it pretty well, I think, because my cousin was involved, and I was like, I can't harbor negative feelings. Nah, you know, women, yeah, Miss Jenga. So it's okay. I have to be happy for you. So I will be happy for you. And then also, another time I got rejected, I ran for elections twice in my school, and the second time I lost by like 10 votes, I think. 5 to 10 votes.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Home secretary.
Both times I ran for the same thing. Housing and accommodation, yeah. So,
Wait, home secretary. Did you just say home
she
secretary?
said home secretary, but it's okay. Dumb prefect. That was the name. So, both times I ran for the same position. So the first time, gosh, I knew I wasn't getting it because like the whole school was bent on, you know, getting new people, new administration, new. Then the second time, the now lower forms were bent on getting our form out of government. So it's I don't know, it's a recurring cycle, I think, that has happened through the years. So so I didn't get it, but I don't know, lower forms liked me, but also there was people of lower forms also running. So now the one girl, she beat me out by, I don't know, I think it was 5 to 10 votes. It wasn't that many votes, it was not more than 10 votes. So gosh, I felt so bitter. I was like, how can people vote against me? No, the first time is when I felt bitter. I was like, how could people vote against me? I was so competent in my time because I got like a small stint as a temporary person. I was so competent in my time. I don't think like they have money, they're not willing to appreciate, you know. So the first time I was very bitter. Then the girl who got it struggled when she first came into the position because it was a hard job. So she approached me and she was like, hey pal, and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, for real, could you help me? Could you just show me like what to do? And that is what I felt vindicated. I said, yes, the Lord fights for me. and then the second time, the girl that was running, one of the girls that was running against me, she was, so at the time I was also CU chair, and I was like kind of growing her to be also CU chair. So, like, and she wasn't present for the announcements being made. So, the announcements were made, even though I wasn't present, but I came to school earlier than her. She came to school the next day. So, I come to school, I hear I didn't win. I'm like, cheers. So, I was still a bit sad. But then, now the next day, church happens. She comes in the evening. Then she comes to, like, get updates. Because, of course, she's getting updates. She knows she's getting changed to become CU chair, yeah? So she comes to me, so, pal, do you have any updates for me? So I had to sit down and give her all the updates, and that's when I was like, you know what, it's okay. So that's when I moved on immediately. Because I was like, okay, we have to work together, and I sincerely don't dislike you, you get? Because the previous year, I was not particularly friends with this other girl, but not this one. I was just like, oh yeah, I genuinely like you, I picked you for a reason, because, you know, we're friends. So I was just like, water under the bridge, we move. So I moved very quickly. And then for the instance that I gave, what did I say? Oh, for the school rejection, yeah. I just moved on quickly because of my cousin. But still, like, you can't take me to that university and I don't feel a small pinch. But I'm okay now. Like, I'm mostly okay. But yeah, the memory is there, but the forgiveness is also existent. Yeah.
So for me, I think I mentioned this before when I was like Pearl, it was just the school I wanted to go through. That was probably the most rejection I felt in my life that has had like proper impact. All other rejection I felt, I've been able to like justify. I was like, okay, yeah, I didn't put as much effort into that. So like makes sense that I didn't get it. But that one I felt like I had put in quite a bit of effort. So like that one, it really, really hurt. And what was the question? How I reacted. Sorry.
Yeah, like how did you react? And if you were to turn back the clock of time, do you think you would have handled the situation a little bit better?
Okay, so the way I reacted is it hurt, and then my immediate reaction was it really, 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 really put a highlight on my face. Like it shook my face to the core. I was just like I cannot believe my eyes. So like if I was to go back in time, I don't think I would change the way I reacted, because I think the way I reacted, I think it was very important for my relationship with God. I feel like it's the only reason I'm now very comfortable in my faith.
Yeah.
I don't want to say you couldn't shake me, but I don't think you could shake me. I genuinely don't, because I asked a lot of questions, like to the point where I would say, like for some time after that incident, I didn't even think God was real. It was a very short time. Someone told me something interesting a while back, but she was saying all Christians, especially people born into the faith, like with Christian parents, all of them go through a period of atheism, but because their parents are Christian, they're never going to acknowledge it. They're never going to stand up and say, yes, I was an atheist.
Yeah.
It was a shame on your father, shame on your mother.
I think I even said it to my mother.
Yeah, so because you reach a point where your faith is so shaken, and everything you knew about God just disintegrates, and you have to start to pick the pieces again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what I went through, but I don't think I would change it, because it was very important for where I am in my faith right now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't answer if I would change. I can tell
It's okay.
So, I wouldn't change anything, because just like Pauline, I was able to grow in the area of forgiveness. I've learned to forgive really quickly, like forgive and move on. Yeah, so all those instances, even other instances, like people have hurt me, it all fell around like the same-ish type of time, the same, everything fell at around the same time. So, I learned how to forgive quickly. I learned how to move on quickly. That gave me that type of experience. It happened, cheers. We are hurt, but we move. And even as we are hurt, we are working towards healing and not working towards building resentment.
Yeah. Tamiron?
Come again, please.
How did you handle the situation of rejection? And if you were to turn back the clock of time, would you have done something differently in terms of reaction?
Oh yeah. Okay. So obviously, like you had to move on. I had to move on because life moves. But then I made such a drastic decision. I alluding to our previous episode, a vow of rebellion.
Was it really? That's really the episode.
If you haven't listened, go listen. Find out.
And I was like, okay, I'm done signing up for things. If they require me to write a procedure, because we need to write an essay as to why we are most suited for the position.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm required to write an essay, I'm not going to do it. And that's just how I locked all and every opportunity that came especially during the course of high school.
Yeah.
Because I said, if I need to write a whatever, what? An application, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So if I could turn back time and change my reaction, I probably would, because I miss so many opportunities that I'm not trying to recover for while I'm in uni. So yeah. It was an important lesson to learn.
Yeah.
For me to learn to step out of my comfort zone.
For me, how I reacted to being rejected was I I dusted myself up and just moved on with life. As Tamiron said, we just move. Life continues going on. Time will continue. I mean, the clock will continue ticking. It won't stop. So I guess it's just a matter of reaffirmation of who you are. And a lot of times when we are rejected, we tend to second guess ourselves and think, oh, maybe I'm not so worth it. Or you start having doubts about yourself and your capabilities. But in real sense, I feel like during those moments of rejection, that's when you're supposed to now have a deeper grounding of who you are. Because now you constantly reaffirm yourself more and more each day, who you are. And sometimes, mjichoche, they missed out on a good opportunity. Like, like try and make yourself feel good, despite the fact that, hapa kumeumana, but still, you ujitie moyo. So I guess how I handled that situation, it hurt, it stung a little bit, but then there are plenty of fish in the sea. I'm sorry, we're not all fishes, but there are plenty of fish in the sea. There are plenty of opportunities to grasp. It's not that one opportunity only. There are going to be countless of them. Would I have handled the situation better? Not really. Not really, because I did what I did. I moved on. I unfriended the person. I just moved on, man. Because since you don't want what I want, I'm not going to force it down your throat. We move on.
Important.
Yeah. So they say ukiachwa achika, ukirejectiwa.
By the way, achika too.
Exactly. So
I didn't finish the sentence. Can we do that again?
Yeah. They say ukiachwa
achika,
ukirejectiwa
rejectika.
Exactly. To my third question. I already answered this question. Yeah.
Did you have them memorized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can your brain even?
It's funny how mid-episode I'm there with my phone.
To my third question. Have you guys ever shot your shot? And how did it go? Pearl. Nope.
I haven't shot my shot, but I've dropped massive hints.
On the way girls flat.
Yeah, it's not even flirting. It's like, I'm not going to expose myself, but I've dropped massive hints. To catch kijua tu hivyo. What I have learned is, here's the thing, I'm a strong believer, I'm a firm believer in like learning through other people's mistakes. So I have seen people shooting their shots, and I've seen people getting hurt and rejected. So I don't know how this came into, I don't know how I thought about this, but I came to the resolution that you need to gauge the situation before you decide to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You need to look at someone's body language. Like if it's a guy and like he likes to talk to you, he comes to you all the time,
Yeah.
You look at his body language with you versus body language with other people, whether it's his boys or other girls,
Yeah.
Just look at the body language. And then also, first, before you shoot your shot, send hints. And don't send ambiguous hints. Send big, obvious hints that he can see. Wow, I know somebody who once told someone, like, if you would have asked me to be your girlfriend, I could have said yes. So that one, we are struggling.
That's basically shooting your shot.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So that's you leaving such a huge hit. Instead of saying, oh yeah, would you like to be my boyfriend? You know, because also boys are so afraid of rejection, especially in this day and age when we're encouraging guys to be in tune with their emotions and they're not shutting out rejection. Yeah. So even them, they're scared to come up and talk to us and shoot their shot. So make it easy for the guy, bwana.
Let him just know there's chances of success. Hope. Very high chances of success.
So if I had the opportunity to shoot my shot, I would. But you see, in these instances that I like left very huge hints, I didn't get a response. So it's like, okay, huku Mungu amesema hapana. So tunasema pia mimi hapana. But that was before my singleness campaign. Now I'm campaigning.
For celibacy.
I don't know about celibacy. Celibacy is more like about God. But now I'm campaigning for singleness. Me and Paul, we are working in the same direction.
So for me, I think I have come to the conclusion that it's not possible for me to shoot my shot with someone I don't already know, because I'm physically incapable of having conversation with a guy that I think is attractive. If I don't, like, if we're not already on like a talking basis and like we've had multiple conversations before, I can't walk up to you and be like, hi, I think you're cute. Would you like to go on a date? I'll implode. I'll die. And the thing is, it's such an interesting thing for me because I don't consider myself shy in any way, shape, or form. Presentations in school don't bother me. Standing in front of a crowd doesn't really bother me. Taking like group leadership during group projects, it doesn't really bother me. I don't enjoy it, but like I'll do it. I don't mind. It's not such a big deal for me. I don't really have a lot of social anxiety. But these men, I just have my heart palpitating, I'm sweating, I can't even utter a normal sentence. So have I ever shot my shot? Yes. Did it end horribly? Yes. Will I do it again? No. Because difficult.
Tamarian?
Have I ever shot my shot? Shoot my shot.
Shot
your shot.
Yeah.
Yes, but then it's in those awkward ways girls do it. They stare at you and they expect you to know.
That's not shooting your shot. That's throwing hints.
That's not even throwing hints. That's weird.
I did it in that way, but like in form of shooting my shot. Like it wasn't very direct that I was, but then I was.
So you were throwing hints.
Shooting your shot is supposed to be direct, like
walking up to a guy and saying, "Hey,
okay,
like you."
Okay, then it wasn't that serious. I just started a conversation, hoping it would lead to something. Then it was just kind of shut down. So you just move and you're like, okay, cool. But would I do it again? Yeah. Yeah.
Mambo ni mengi masani machache.
Please, can you tell Pauline is from close?
No, that's a meme that's been going around.
Oh, oops.
Oh, no, pal.
Oh, shit. It's okay. I've been out of touch with social media.
Ready a cleanse?
No, I'm watching Modern Family.
Oh.
Shooting. Okay, I've talked about shooting my shot. Although it was, I don't think I would do it again. Okay, not do it again, but like it's something I'm open to. Like, hey, yo, guy.
Hey, brave.
But like, but now I've learned. Like, I do it when it like you.
As Paul said,
you gauge the situation.
That's true. Because sometimes you're working in taken territory.
True.
Home wrecker. You never know.
Even like with those guys that many girls like them. Woo.
Difficult.
By the way, okay. I've forgotten the last question.
This is why we write things down, Priscilla. You had them written.
I had them written.
She's just better than all of us.
Okay. In terms of handling rejection, let me start again because I don't have. Okay, now moving on to my last question. In terms of handling rejection, or any, like in your situations, your circumstances, what would be an advice, or how would you what would you advise someone who's going through rejection right now? Like, what would you tell them, like, the steps to take, how they should handle it? Give them some words of wisdom. Yes, bro.
I'd just imagine I'd just advise them to move on, because even if your heart, let me tell you, because even me, that's what I did. I just moved on because let me tell you,
What can you do?
let me because honestly, like we talked about it when we talked about grief in the last episode. Yeah, so that was a bit more solid, but not like on a lighter note now with rejection. Yeah, you might feel like your world is crumbling down, but the world is still moving. Imagine if you're stuck in that point and you're not willing to move forward. You know, today you could be rejected, tomorrow you have an opportunity, but because you're stuck in your ways of hurt and sadness, you won't recognize that this is an opportunity coming after you. You get, so just, if you get rejected, it's okay. Please embrace all your feelings. So it's bad to like keep your feelings in. Yeah, I have to say that because psychology. But yeah, just acknowledge your feelings. It's good to acknowledge your feelings, but don't let your feelings hold you back from your potential. Yeah, that's it.
Tamara?
I think I'll in that time of sadness, and fresh after rejection, don't make any rash decisions. Don't be like me, who said I won't try anything else because I was rejected. Just take time to process the pain. Understand that it's part of life. You can't always get what you want, and move on.
Yeah.
Just as Paul said, move on.
I think for me, an important thing is to let people know that this single rejection doesn't define you. You are much more than that boy, you are much more than that girl, you are much more than that job or that school or whatever. You are
That
much more
elite
than
club.
that. Yeah, that elite club, you are so much more than that. So very, very much more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, yours are so nice. Mine will just like move on.
No, but it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. You need to
It's
move
the
on.
hard truth. I guess I agree with all of what you've said. As Pauline said, I had the same thing in mind. Constant reaffirmation of who you are. You don't need to be defined by the rejection. You don't need to be defined by the situation or circumstance. You are valuable in itself. And don't let that situation, circumstance define you, because you're much more than that. As we come to a close, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in to this episode and listening in. You can find us on our Instagram at P3T Podcast. You can also hit us up on our email, p3tpodcastke@gmail.com. We really appreciate your support. You can also find our episodes on Spotify and any podcast platform other than Apple Music, right?
Yeah.
Apple Podcast, Apple Music, either the iPhone kind of thing. We really appreciate your support. Please like our posts on Instagram, like our snippets, like our photo. Yeah, and just spread it. Share the love, share the support. Guys, for tuning in once again, and
Bye.
bye.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, thank you.
We would see you, but like,
we'll
catch
talk
you
to
next
you.
time.
Catch us next time.
Next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.